Okay, so the first thing you got to do when installing this is remove the engine cover. It's just a plastic cover for cosmetics, and it just pulls right out. Ooh, look, I actually have never done this before. You got turbocharger right there. Go ahead and set that to the side, and then now we need to remove the radiator cover, and you need to remove this latch here. There's a little button in the back. You just push that and it lifts right up. And then now we'll be able to remove this. So set this down and reposition the camera. There's some plastic clips here you pull up on. Disengage those. And that just slips right out, and then now we're free. So you can see that's what we're about to swap out right now. So the next step is to remove these two screws right here using a T25 Torx. Just gonna go ahead and pop those out real quick. And it's very important that remember to save these and not drop them, lose them. So you're going to be using them to install the new intake transition scoop, I believe is the term. Just go ahead and put everything right there together. So now that is free. Just gonna go ahead and pop this out because that's completely loose. So that's all it holds that on. And I'm not sure how much the new the 034 X34 intake modifies this bit. It looks fairly free flowing, but we'll take a look at that in a second here. Just go ahead and set that down. So the next step is to remove this right here using a 7mm socket. And now I'm looking at it, you could absolutely get this off with a flathead. It's just a hose clamp, same as any other hose clamp you've ever seen. But that is a 7mm socket for that. That's probably all we need to get it loosened up. And what we need to do to get this off is compress this up and get it off the turbo inlet. Okay, so actually what we're doing right now is just pulling up on the air box here. It's just held in by rubber grommets at this point. Wow, that was a lot easier than I was expecting. We're going to remove these. They're used on the new intake as well. Go ahead and put those alongside. The new ones are a little dirty, but you can see there. There's 2, and that's it. So that's the factory airbox right there. You're going to set this aside. And I'm just choosing while this airbox is out to go ahead and clean that because it was really dirty down there. And outside of the next time I take this off, which will be to install 034's turbo inlet, I doubt I'll be in there to clean it again, so it might not be a bad idea for you to do, but definitely not necessary at all for install. Okay, so the next part is I've got to find the rubber silicone coupler, assuming it's in this box. Marked hardware inside. Oh, look at that. That's right where it was. New hose clamps, it's nice. Here's our air filter, by the way. Looks very nice and clean. Comes with an 034 sticker, very cool, and some cleaning instructions for down the road. So go ahead and get this coupler installed. Okay, so this next part, we're just going to be installing the silicone coupler to the pre-existing turbo inlet. I'm using the new hose clamps. I'm going to proudly put my 034 logo up top where everyone can see it. Make sure everyone knows that that's an 034 intake. So if I'm going to swap this hose clamp around, just for your own sake, have this facing towards you for easier install. So that sits on there nice and tight. They're going to be using that same 7mm socket to tighten this down. Okay, so to attach the air filter to the carbon fiber tube here, you just slide it over, and 034 does a wonderful job with having stoppers on everything, so you know exactly how far to go down. And I've used a lot of performance companies over the years, big names. Won't name any of them, but they don't have that, and you don't know exactly where to stop. So that's a really nice feature. For whatever reason, though, the hose clamp that is on here uses an 8mm socket instead of the 7. And as I'd mentioned before, you're able to use a flathead as well. You don't have to use a wrench or socket wrench. I do like the spherical socket wrench because it's just easy to get into everything. So if you don't have one of these, I highly recommend it for just about anything, but definitely anything to do with cars. I want to make sure that that's on there evenly and well. This is going to stay connected for a good while. Don't need to tighten, over tighten it. You don't want to crack the carbon fiber. So that's plenty right there. It's just nice and snug. Alright, so for the next part, we're going to be putting this through here. Just like that. And I don't think that we need to get those grommets in place just yet, but what I'm going to focus on is getting a turbo inlet connected to this intake. Make sure you have that oriented right. See how it follows that angle. I wasn't being the smartest, couldn't figure out why it wasn't going on, and all you've got to do is have that rotated in. And they did put a little groove on the inside of this. I'm assuming that's kind of where that stops, because right now I have some flex, but that's in there. There we go. Okay, so that's in there well now. Okay, so before you put the intake onto the silicone coupler, remember to put your hose clamp on. It's ready to roll once you have that on there. Very important step I missed initially. And again, you'll feel that once that goes in there, the carbon fiber bit has a groove. Just gonna go ahead and tighten that up. Back to the 7mm socket. I want to make sure that this is lined up properly. As I'm learning. And again, don't over tighten, but get it nice and tight. Don't want it slipping off, but don't want to crack that beautiful carbon fiber. Okay, so now that that's on there, we're going to make sure that that air box is fully seated. So just require a little finesse and some push. There goes one. And there you go. And then I guess there's two. And now we're going to take the intake scoop and insert this over here. You'll want to slide it underneath here. And then go ahead and insert it. It won't go otherwise, so. Okay, well this just came off. You want to make sure that that stays on, obviously. Okay, so from here, it's just a simple matter of putting everything back together. And we're going to use those Torx 25. Let's put these screws back in to lock the duct back in place. Really probably just hand tighten these. we'll use the right bit and get this on here properly. So that's tightened down. It's not going to move around at all. And again, over here. Just a reminder of what we're looking at is these two screws there. Alright, so now we're going to be putting the radiator cover back on just as we took it off. We'll reinsert it. It's a matter of pushing clips back into place with your thumb. You see the intake fits right over, or right under this rather. If you hear a toddler talking, that's my 3-year-old again. His name's August. He is the reason that we're called August Autos. August Autos is for you, bud. That's right.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna see them now.
Okay. So I have that set nice and back on there.
Who's that?
Buddy. Daddy's making a video.
Is this that?
Can you say hi to everyone?
What is
August, say hi.
Hi.
This is August, and this is August Autos.
Yes, let's do it. This is ready.
So we're just going to go ahead and put this back on.
This is
Nice push, and that's back in there.
This is Wait, I put on the dirt. And walk in the
Buddy, can you go inside? You want to go see Mommy?
No. What are you doing, Daddy?
Just going to go ahead and put the engine cover back on. Again, just a couple of pushes. And that's it. Now we have 034 Motorsports cold air intake installed on the 2019 Audi SQ5.
Yeah.
How's it look, August? That's August Autos.
August Autos.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, I've got the 034 Motorsports intake installed on the 2019 B9 Audi SQ5, and it was a very easy install. I've done many of them before, but never on this platform with this intake. It's a very simple job, anybody can do it. I'm just shooting on my iPhone right now, so let's see if we can get any intake noises, but I kind of doubt we're going to be able to hear anything. Ooh, you can hear it. That sounds awesome. Alright, so I'm just shooting on an iPhone, so I don't know how good everything's going to sound. I'll try to get some sound clips with my mic later, but we'll just go here and give it a little bit of gas. Oh my god, it sounds amazing. I really hope that's coming through. Wow, I did not expect that. You can hear so much more turbo noise. You can actually hear it sucking in air. Wow. I am genuinely impressed. I cannot believe that. You let off the throttle, it gives a great sound too. It's actually better when you let off the throttle. That's just awesome. Well, as per usual, doing the seat test with an intake, I'm not really noticing anything. Check it out, there's a deer. But we'll put it on the draggy and see what the draggy has to say. Alright guys, so to summarize, I just installed the 034 intake on my B9 SQ5, and I am absolutely blown away by it. The install was very simple, as I expected it to be. I've installed many intakes before. I've installed 034 intakes on other cars. My last car was an S3, and that was a very easy process, so I didn't expect anything different. But what really blew me away is the performance gains. I did not expect this to shave off 0.3 of a second my 0 to 60 time. I did not expect it to sound anywhere near as amazing as it does. Genuinely sounds impressive. I really hope that comes through in the audio. The induction noise and the turbo noise are phenomenal. That on its own would be worth the investment in this intake. The build quality, just everything is wonderful. So shout out to 034 on another great product. And I'm Kevin. I own augustautos.com. And if you're interested in any 034 products or just need something for your car, contact me. I can probably get it, and I'll make sure that you have the best part at the best price. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope this helped. I'll talk to you later.